Did they actually? Okay, can someone clip that for me? Hey, FIFA fans, the new title update just dropped on PC and will be coming to future. A new pitch notes focused on gameplay responsiveness, and the title update has also gone live. Wait, what? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. New pitch notes dropped. EA legitimately just tweeted. New title update just dropped on PC. Will be coming in the future to PS4, Xbox. New pitch notes focused on gameplay responsiveness. Title update has also gone live for PC. Hold on a second, dudes. Yo, we got a little bit of dissecting to do, bros. A little bit of dissecting to do. So, FIFA gameplay responsiveness efforts for July 2019. I thought they gave up on this game in January, dude. That's kind of cool. Ollie, thank you for the resub. Okay, let's check it out. Pitch notes. Hey, FIFA fans. Oh, my stupid face is going to be blocking a big chunk of this, dudes. I apologize. Hey, FIFA fans. It's been a few months since we last updated the community on our team's efforts focused on gameplay responsiveness. With the release of the latest title update available now on PC and coming soon for PlayStation, Xbox, we wanted to provide some information around our efforts over the past few months and to touch on changes present in this title update. These changes that we believe will improve gameplay responsiveness for some players have been driven by the data and feedback we've been receiving from players with our specialized telemetry tool. So that's, I think, the verified people that can okay, I believe vote after every game whether it was good or bad or not, which we have continued to roll out to a larger pool of players. Changes made since our last update. Since the last update, our team has made changes to the networking infrastructure that is used in the following modes: FUT Champions, FUT Division Rivals, FUT Online Draft, Pro Clubs, and Co-op Seasons. Here's a brief summary of some of the changes that have been made since the last update. Additional network and data center configuration changes that have improved efficiency and capacity with a primary focus on our European server locations. Hello? NA and the Americas in general is a fucking cesspool of dog shit gameplay. What? Okay, multiple individual hardware changes due to specific hardware issues in various server locations around the world. What does that even mean? Like, give me data. What does this even mean? Seriously. Honest to God. Well, like, I genuinely don't understand. Seriously, well, can I have some numbers? Hey, this was the ping before, this is the ping after. What is this mumbo? Anyways, moving on. Changes in Title Update 15. In an effort to measure the impact that these changes have on gameplay responsiveness, we've included them in this title update, but only for the following mode: FUT Champions and Division Rivals. Well, that's the biggest issues, for sure. These changes are technical in nature, but here is a high-level summary of the changes and why we believe they will improve gameplay responsiveness for some players. The first change is focused on reducing the time it takes for the game to retry sending gameplay information to the network when the initial attempt to send the information was unsuccessful. Okay, hold on. This is actually, like, they're actually going into why we talk about what we talk about in terms of gameplay responsiveness and why it's so bad. This is intended to reduce the likelihood of a delay in those inputs taking action in-game in situations where gameplay information was intermittently failing to be sent due to potential network issues. So, hey, guys, it's not all in our head. That button delay was so horrendous. Okay. Second change is focused on reducing the amount of maximum buffer between when gameplay information is received by the game and when it is visually rendered on the screen. Previously, the maximum buffer that was in place in these modes was slightly longer than it is for offline match in FIFA to ensure that there is a visual smoothness to the game despite the less predictable delivery times in an online match. See what I mean? Bro, this right here, this is honestly giving me shivers because I mentioned this a few weeks ago, or maybe even a month ago at this point, saying in previous years, when there was delay and lag in the game, the game would freeze and then unfreeze, and freeze and then unfreeze. But in between the freezes, the gameplay was clean and quick, even though it was incredibly impossible to play because the game would freeze every few minutes or seconds or whatever. You could visibly see the lag. I even said what they did this year is it feels like they got rid of that and just hid it behind the game. So the game to you looks smooth and like it's moving, but all of the freezing is actually in the delay of the button inputs. And they basically just admitted that right above with that line that I just read to you guys. So that's crazy, dude. Moving on, due to network conditions that can vary through a match, than would be present in an offline match. In this title update, we've reduced this maximum buffer in the aforementioned modes to match the max buffer that is present in an offline match. Once this title update is live for all platforms, we will begin to process the process of evaluating how these changes impact the data we're gathering from the specialized telemetry tool. We do have the ability to disable these changes should it be deemed that they're having a negative impact, which we can do without a title update. In the instance where that is required, we'll update the community. Looking forward, our efforts are by no means ending in this area, and our investigations and work on gameplay responsiveness will continue, with a focus both on continued efforts in FIFA 19 along with ensuring that we are carrying forward what we have been investigating and working on in FIFA 19 when FIFA 20 launches later this year. Again, I like the wording. I want to see it in action. Obviously, I'm sure like most people in the community. As we had previously noted in this, it's important to understand that there are many things that go into a player's connection and ultimately the gameplay responsiveness that they experience in a match. Based on this, each update will not enact change for every player. We continue to work towards the goal of the combined impact of these changes, improving the experience for all players in the FIFA community. Now, I understand that, right? And one of the things I say for those of us unfortunate enough to be obsessed with soccer or football and obsessed with FIFA Ultimate Team in the Americas is that at least in North America, we are a very small community in the grand scheme of things in terms of the UK and Europe. We are a very small community of football obsessed, FUT obsessed gamers in a massive geography, just talking North America. So we're always going to be screwed because of where we live. Like, we're going to have one server thousands of miles apart from the next user and the next server, whereas in the UK and the EU, it's just the nature of the beast, right? There's so many more people that are so much more obsessed with football and the sport in general. So the fact that that is the case, EA will just dump way more servers and work on that stability more, because logistically and cost-wise, it doesn't really make sense to just make the Americas perfect, because number one, the user base is relatively small in the grand scheme of football and FUT-obsessed people, and number two, the area, the coverage of the area is like 20 times bigger than the UK and EU in general, and 20 times smaller probably, made up numbers of course, in terms of the user base. So this type of thing speaks to me because I know that I probably, and most of you guys that live in the Americas, probably won't see much of a change because, as they mentioned, not only are they focusing on EU, but all of the other things I just talked about. We're kind of in a screwed position. If I really want a better gaming experience, I need to like go over and live in the UK, genuinely, or go live in the EU or something like that, right? That's just the nature of the beast that I think, as much as I moan endlessly about how bad the delay is oftentimes in games, or how bad the coding is, or, you know, whatever the issue that I'm moaning about in the moment is, at the end of the day, I live where I live, and that's just, you know, that's just going to be pretty silly. We wanted to take a minute to thank those players that have been working with us through the specialized telemetry tool. The information that we have received from your matches and survey responses have been very meaningful to our investigations. With the release of this title update, your continued efforts in providing survey responses will be the key in understanding how much of an impact these changes are having in your matches. Okay, so keep it up. Well, here's hoping, man. Genuinely. Here's hoping. Here's hoping that they continue to work on it, man. And again, my biggest concern is, and my final thoughts on this specifically, is that, for my pessimistic side at least, it feels like more marketing mumbo jumbo than anything, but we'll find out, right? I don't know when it'll actually go live. This patch will actually go live for us users on PlayStation or the plebs on Xbox or whatever it is, but that's really only when we're going to be able to tell whether or not these changes make any sort of difference. I will say this, though. I thought they had completely given up on changing and fixing and improving FIFA 19 in any capacity, whether it's gameplay or even responsiveness, connection to the servers. So that's good to see. I'm pleasantly surprised that they still give a flying F about FIFA 19 in any capacity. So I like that. And here's hoping that the changes do actually work, man. I don't know. What do you guys think?